All right, welcome back. Today we're talking about Me02, which is Ready for Class Notes. Very simple project. It's a 20-point assignment. There's just two parts to this assignment. You're going to create a folder structure in your Documents folder for all of your classes, and you're going to create a OneNote notebook organizer for all your classes that basically just has a section in your OneNote class notebook for all the different sections or the different classes that you have. So the first thing, creating a My Documents file structure. 10 points, very easy. But still very useful. The way that we do this is we're first going to open our File Explorer. Your File Explorer is this little manila envelope down here on the bottom left of your screen. If you click on that, it opens what is called the File Explorer. And we're going to do some exploration and some different things with the File Explorer. All you need to do right now, though, is look at the layout of this program. You have most of the folders that you need to get to over here on the left-hand side. You have your frequent folders and your recent files that pop up. What we're going to do is we're going to click on the the Documents folder over here on your PC. Now your Documents, with your one-to-one devices, your documents save automatically to your OneDrive. So if you save something in your Documents folder and you go to another computer, like a desktop lab computer or something, it will actually sync all your files between your different computers if you log in. So if you save something in this area and you go to another computer that's hooked up to our network, you should be able to see all the stuff that you saved. All right, so what are we going to do in this folder? Well, we're going to create some folders to save all of our stuff in. So I'm going to right-click in here and go down to New and create a new folder. And when I create a new folder, you should see it show up and it should highlight it. And it should say new folder. You can rename it right when you create it. So I'm going to call this class folders. There we go. And now when I go into class folders by double clicking it, you'll see that it's empty. What I'm going to do is I'm going to create a folder for each one of my classes. Now I could right click and go down to new and then go to folder for each one of my classes, but I'll show you something else you could do. If you click in this white section of your empty folder, you can create folders by holding down Control, Shift, and N. So I'm just going to press Control, Shift, N, and you'll see it creates a folder for me. I'm going to name this my first period class. I'm going to put P1, and my first class is Computer Literacy. There we go. And now it's ready. Now all I have to do is press Control, Shift, N again, and it will create a new folder for me. I'm going to call this one what my second period class is, Video Production. And I'm just going to do this for the rest of my classes that I have. I'm going to do period 3, which is my prep. Control Shift N to create a folder again. We're going to do period 4. And you're going to want to do this for all the periods of your classes. Alright, so now that that's done, I have all of my folders ready. Whenever I create something in a new class, what I'm going to do is, just to keep organized, I'm going to save whatever I make for that class inside these folders in my documents. That way they're all in one spot. I can find anything for any of my classes just in my Documents folder in these folders. And what's great is, because the document syncs to our OneDrive, if my computer crashes or I have to turn it into the tech desk, all this stuff gets automatically uploaded to the cloud so you can use a different device to be able to access your stuff. So you won't lose it. Awesome. Now, in order to get credit for this, we have one last thing we need to do, and that is we need to screenshot this. So to screenshot this, we simply press the Windows key and then press the Print Screen key. You'll see that your computer will flash for a moment, like that. And that means that it took that picture and saved it in your Pictures folder under the Screenshots folder. So if I click on Pictures down here in my files and then go to Screenshots, you'll see that that folder or that file is there, ready to be uploaded for credit. So there's 10 points right there. Let's check out what else we have to do in this project. Part 2 is we're going to create some OneNote class notebook sections. You don't have to do it in the OneNote class notebook. You can create your own notebook. So that's what we're going to do here. I'm going to click up here where if you don't see this, there's these little books. This is basically your different notebooks that you can have. if you click in this section, you can add a new notebook. So what I do is I have a master notebook that has all the stuff for the different classes that I teach. You can do the same thing for your own purposes. Create a notebook that just creates, or that you store the notes for each one of your classes. So I'm going to click on Add Notebook here. It's going to ask me what I want to call that. I'm going to call this Example Notebook, just because I already have all my notebooks ready. But after you click Create, it'll say that's creating a new notebook for you. This new notebook you'll be able to access from any computer that you log in with. So you can log in with your student ID number, and then if you click on OneNote, you should be able to get to any notebooks that you create, which is really helpful. After it creates the notebook, you're going to see that it's totally empty over here on the sides. The way that OneNote works, you have your notebook, which you can choose up here. Then you have the sections in that notebook here on the very far left-hand side. And then in each one of those sections, you have this page area where you have all the pages in that section. So what you're going to do for this assignment is you're going to create a section for each one of your classes. Just like we did create a folder for each of our classes in our Explorer, we're going to create a section for each one of our classes here. So I'm going to click right here where this new section is. I'm going to rename that section, and I'm going to call it P1 Complit. And I'm sure you can guess what you're going to do next. You're simply going to go down here to Add Section, and you're going to list each one of your classes. Just put video there. Add a section. We want P3. All right, now that I've got my sections all laid out, each one of my classes has a section in my notebook. Now if I ever want to add notes to this, all I have to do is open up the section that I want to add those notes to and click on Add a Page, and then I can start writing notes over here. So whenever I want to go into a class and I want to take notes, I no longer have to take out a pencil or a piece of paper or anything. All I have to do is turn on my computer, click on OneNote, and then go to my notebook here, and I have all these different sections that I can add notes to. If I have any projects that I need to download or work on with files, you can simply go to your File Explorer, go to your Documents. You should have that Class Folders folder here, and from there, you've got all these different folders here. If you want, you can save these folders directly into your documents. You don't have to make a folder called Class Folders. It's just my Documents folder has a bunch of folders in it already, so I wanted to make it obvious what I'm looking for. So if you have just these folders here in your documents, and you take a snapshot of that, that's worth 10 points. Then go into your OneNote. You want to take a snapshot of the fact that you have these different sections labeled, and you're going to turn that in for your other 10 points. And that's it. You have 20 points that are possible for this assignment. Very simple. You're basically just creating a skeletal organization system for the rest of your classes. You turn in 2 screenshots, you get 20 points, and that's all there is for today. I hope you enjoy yourselves, and I'll talk to you again soon.